Hi there, welcome back to another Watch of Realms gameplay review. We're looking at the second new unit brought in, Ymiret, the unnameable, very hard hitting, really good to see. And from what you've seen there, the previous one what we did, we looked at Anora, but now we're looking at Ymiret. Now, besides that, you do have Lord of Chaotix, Valderon, which is a part of this, I think it's called Ancient Summoning, where it's like the leaders, but then again, it's only Valderon that is the leader here. The highlighted one, Ymiret, is just a standard unit, but nevertheless, quite an exclusive one at this moment in time. Designated hero, chances are of pulling that rarity of that type of character is times 15. The actual chances of pulling a particular rarity still remain the same, and in fairness, it's low, but it's even more satisfying if you manage to pull him. Really good visuals right off the bat. It's probably one of the best ones I've seen when it comes to the special ancient summonings. You got fire and ice, great elements. You can counter one another. Of course, an endless battle throughout time. Look at Ymiret, if it will allow me to see what it looks like. Now, I believe we would have seen Ymiret with the Anora showcase video. Now, we'll play this video here and see if it's different and check what it's about. But, you know, look at the visuals there. Really big. You know, sometimes you really want to see it big in size. It's got like horns on the side of it. The teeth of a sharp razor, cold breath. He won't keep his head still when I'm trying to rotate around. The blue eyes, the frost, the wind about, the coldness, making a cold presence and a stand. Great visuals with the details on it as well. Watch Your Realms doing a great job. And interestingly, just above it, you've got like a gem floating about, which is interesting. I don't know if that represents one of the gems, like when you get those portals where you've got to defend them in the gameplay. But nevertheless, let's begin the video. Okay, so it's different. Lurking in the depths. Awoken. Ah, it's from a different point of view as the last one. Wow. She's on top. Okay. Wow. Those visuals are clear. That's very good. That's high quality, that. Definitely. So, yeah, these two units go hand in hand, and that's why it links in with one of the abilities, if I can find it. Which one is it? Ancient Blood passive. So we'll look at that later. The Undying Devotion. Obtain hero Anora to unlock the following bonus effect. There is a 20% chance to inflict an extra stack of Winter's Bite when Ymiret receives a fatal damage for the first time. He transformed into Dragon Egg with all his rage cleared. There you go. So if you are lucky to pull both, which could be very hard, it does benefit you. And interestingly, this is a fighter unit, so the size of them, okay, they might take up only one tile, but visually, I think they need a couple more. So that's really interesting. As for their range and reach, obviously more limited and smaller, is where it is. The skins, whoa, hold on a minute. I don't know if I looked at the other one, but what? Oh, Imperial Hydra. I don't know how you get a hold of this, but damn. Wow. I don't know how you get a hold of this. I don't know if it's released yet, but look at the gold on it. Like gold crystals in the heads as well, multiple heads. That really does transform it. It's the most detailed one I've seen yet. All those individual scales and patterns on the teeth and the eyes. Wow. That is really, really high quality. Not going to lie. We just look at the default skin for now, let alone that Imperial Hydra. I don't know how hard that would be to get, but yeah, it's lustrous scales still glint in the moonlight, a living fossil pitifully preserved. What does it mean to be real once you've seen the impossible? White Tower Scholar. Buried in the tombs of Tyre's history, one may find obscure legends of an ancient dragon race that alleged progenitors, the great Scalican people, now said to have lost to the shadows of time through the vestiges of the mythic beings, remain scattered about Tyre's unforgiving landscape. What's known of their history, their origin, and their final fate. Little is known, but one thing that is known about this new introduction of a character does make a massive presence on screen. Only one unnamed hero can join the team. What's that? Ymiret, glacial Okay, I don't know if that's the description. Anyway, what's the first ability we can look at Awaken, Enhance, when the ultimate is triggered, deals 280% damage to a maximum of 10 enemies. Wow, so 10 enemies, 280% damage as a fighter attack unit on the ground. Wow. In range, and inflicts freeze on them, as you would expect, because this dragon, the icy breath, as it fires it out, not literally in terms of fire, but the ice, the coldness, freezing, great form of control. So not only are you doing damage, but you're doing control all in one. Enhanced, increases Ancient Blood's damage, increases effect by an extra 2%. Yeah. While the ultimate is not activated, there is a 30% chance for basic attack to trigger Winter's Bite. Reduces movement speed by 25%, stacking up to 3 times. 3 times 25. Damn. When reaching free stack, inflicts freeze on the target for 2 seconds. 2 seconds isn't too bad a guess. Duration of Winter's Bite within the talent in range is increased by another 2 seconds, I guess. So 4 seconds in total, I think? And after casting the ultimate 2 times, increases the range of subsequent ultimates. Ooh. Sometimes when you click on ultimate, it gives like a description of how much wider it gets, but yeah. Deals 80% AoE damage to the target and their surrounding enemies, hitting up to 5. It's alright. Frozen Tempest, when activated, ascends into the air. Oh yeah, you can see that, into the air. Now my question is, if it ascends into the air, if the units get too close, do they walk underneath the dragon, or do they stop and start attacking just because it's in the air, it's not on the ground blocking people? Maybe. So the attack range and reducing block to 0. Basic attack now turns into Frost Breath, dealing 140% AoE damage to the target and their surrounding enemies, which is great, hitting up to 8 enemies, very good, and inflicting 1 stack of Winter's Bite on them. Allies within the talent range receive freeze immunity during the effect duration. That is very good, freeze immunity, because I don't know if it's a part of the anniversary missions, but there's some units which can freeze you. Maybe it applies to other areas of the game as well, and it can be a pain because when your units are frozen, you can't fight back, you can't heal, you can't use your abilities. But to have Ymiret in your team that can have that freeze immunity in those stages, those critical moments, that really does help. Now, granted, this is part of a manual ultimate, so you would have to time it correctly. Just remember that. What else do we have? When targeting enemies inflicted with freeze, ignores 50% of their defense. Very good. When Winter's Bite or any enemies trigger freeze, deals an extra magic damage. Oh, extra magic damage. Oh, okay. Ranging from 80% to 360% based on the effect duration of the targeted foes. This magic damage reaches its maximum when the effect duration reaches 4.5 seconds. 10% damage multiplier, 20% damage multiplier, and a 10% penetration increase. Very good. Glacial Scales, I'm interested in this. The passives are always interesting. When deployed, gains a 4 stack of scale armor. What's scale armor? Increases damage by 5% and all damage reductions by 5%. That's nice. Mitigating the damage. Higher damage to closer enemies up to a maximum increase of 20%. When receiving damage, loses 1 stack of scale armor up to 1 stack. Can be lost every 1 second. When the ultimate ends, restores scale armor to full stacks. Nice regeneration, I like that. Last but not least, the Ancient Blood. Wait, so you've got 2 passives. That is very unique. Increases team members' damage by 4%. Nice. This could definitely work again. Would it work in the clan boss? I don't think there's any freeze effect there, but still, if you just wanted to give your teammates an extra boost in damage here and there, besides the artifacts, this could definitely work with Ymiret. Frostborn Leviathan. Yep, very good. So, if you got both, great combination. If you only got one, it'll still be good enough, depending what area, what role you play. But once again, this could definitely do Gear Raid 1. Any reviews? Not from the looks of it. Gear Raid 1. Anywhere where there's like a lot of waves of units and you've got to slow them down, control, and at the same time deal damage too. Flexible damage type, freeze, multi-target attacked. Pretty good all-in-one unit, I would say. And once again, watch your realms. Done a good job with the creativity, the visual aspect, the presence this holds on screen and even when deployed in battle. The cost is only 20 compared to Anora, who is 22, which is great, and a block of 2, which is better. Redeployment time is the same, I believe. Crit damage 150%, still the same. What about max level though? 17,000 HP. Not too bad, a bit less. Attack, still kind of the same as the last one. But of course you can always upgrade units with the gear abilities. That's the main part. And the skins, wow. Now, just very quickly, in fairness, I forgot to do it. No, there is no skins for Anora at this moment, but there is for Ymiret. So, got to be on the lookout for that skin. It'd be very good to get a hold of. And yeah, let me know if you managed to get Ymiret, if you were lucky enough. Let me know how it's going, and hopefully you found this video interesting. Thanks for watching and your patience. I'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.